Good morning. It's Wednesday morning, so that can only mean one thing, which is it's Red Wagon Bakery Day, and we're going to be baking up some cookies today. Welcome in, Bright Guy. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Getting started, getting my gloves on here. Welcome into FoodTokTV. That's a little loud.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome into FoodTokTV, guys. My name is Michelle. I'm joined with my husband, Paul, today. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning, Kevin and Kelly. I'm waiting to see if Taylor hops on here this morning. Taylor's supposed to be in the box with me today, so we're going to see if she's on. Good morning, Birdie. Hello, guys. Welcome in. My name is Michelle. I'm going to introduce my husband, Paul. Come here, dear. This is my wonderful husband, Paul.
Good morning.
And we are Red Wagon Bakery. Today we are going to be making Fruity Pebble cookies, possibly Fruity Pebble Rice Krispie Treats if time allows. But it is colorful week here on FoodTokTV. So if you guys are just joining, if you could double tap that screen, share the live to 10 of your friends, let us know where you're tuning in from. Good morning, Birdie. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I was waiting on Taylor. She said she was supposed to be here this morning, but we'll see. So I'm going to try to do my best to be able to keep track of the comments and do this at the same time. Sometimes that's hard because I can't see all the way. I'm tall, people. I'm tall. 6 foot tall. But for Colorful Week, we're wearing our colorful apron. Now, this is my old business, Eggs, Cakes, and More. We don't even do cakes, and that's not our business name anymore. We're Red Wagon Bakery, but it is colorful. It is colorful. Welcome in, guys. Double tap those screens for us and share the live with 10 of your friends. Let us know where you're tuning in from. My name is Michelle. I am in Illinois. So today, we're going to start out with butter. We are making the Fruity Pebble Fruity Pebble cookies today. We're making Fruity Pebble cookies today. Now my butter, I did not take it out in time. It's still hard. So 10-second cooking school, we're going to throw it in the microwave for 12 seconds. Do you do that per block or per... Or
I'll do it with 2 of them.
2 of them. Okay, you're okay to do it with 2, but if you get any more than 2, you want to do it separately. I don't know why it's 12 seconds, but it's 12 seconds. Good morning, guys. Welcome in. Thanks for being here with us this morning. We're going to get started on making some Fruity Pebble cookies. I did send this recipe to Taylor last night. I'm not sure if she's updated it or not yet, but it will be available on FoodTokTV.com here later, either after the live or this afternoon. So, as you see, it didn't melt it. It just made it a little bit softer. We're going to start, will you hand me the paddle to the mixer, please, babe? We're going to go ahead and start by putting this into our mixer. Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
How's everyone doing this morning? Good morning and welcome in. We are a small business located in central Illinois. We are bakers. We're cottage law licensed. And if you don't know what cottage law license means, it means that we do not have a commercial kitchen. But we are licensed and certified by the state of Illinois to be able to travel anywhere in the state to be able to offer our goods for sale. But we do have to be present. Sorry, we have to be present, and we have to, there are certain things we can't make. We can't make cheesecake, which really stinks because that's our biggest seller. Here's my face for anyone just joining. Hi, guys. Home Cooking by Tim, welcome in. I see you guys down there. I see you. I forgot it's a 1.5 cups, so I'm going to throw this one in the microwave for 10 seconds. I'm not going to do 12. I'm going to do 10. It came out a little bit softer than I would like. Good morning. Why no cheesecake? Because it contains cream cheese, and cream cheese has to be temp controlled, which is really crazy because we can make cream cheese frosting, but we can't make cheesecake, which primarily is actually the same ingredients. It's all powdered sugar, cream cheese, and whipping cream.
But it comes down to science, and there's more of something in one thing
than there is in another.
That can't be stable, so you're going to cut that in half.
Oh, it's a cup. No, it's a 1.5 cups.
Oh, then you're good.
So I'm good. I'm actually right this time.
Sometimes when I think half, I think I have to cut it.
I was like, I think I did that right.
It's all good. Don't mind me.
You're fine, darling. You're fine. Welcome in, guys. So we can do like regular cookies, we can do cakes, we can do buttercream, we can do all of that. We just can't do cheesecake, pretty much, primarily, or tres leches cake, or what's something else we can't do? Anything that contains cold milk.
Or cold cream.
Let me see if I can push this up just a little bit more so you guys can still see me. I know we got a lot of background space there. I apologize for that. That's just the way my camera is set. Maybe I could go this way. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're fine. So we got a 1.5 cups of unsalted butter. To this, we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. Where are you guys all from? I want to know where everyone's tuning in from. We are in Central Illinois, which means if you are in Central Illinois, we can ship to you. We also cannot ship under cottage law outside of Illinois, which really stinks. Hi, LeClave. Good morning. Welcome in, guys. I'm going to do my Chicago. We had a Zoom meeting the other day with an event coordinator in Chicago, actually. So we're hoping to make ourselves that way. Orange County, California, Southern California, Ohio.
Man, it's early in Southern California right now.
Hello, C for Ev. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the comments here too, guys. So we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar in there. I'm done with that. I'm so thankful to have a husband that just cleans up behind me. I just hand him my stuff and he's like, I'll put it up. No worries. I'll put it up. So we're going to go ahead and mix these up. Actually, no, I'm lying because I also want to put my brown sugar in here too.
Right there. And if any of you out there are also make cookies, you might notice that these are really big amounts that are going in here.
This is going to make a lot of cookies.
This is a different kind of recipe that we've adjusted for ourselves, and so there's a lot that goes in it, but it makes a ton of these cookies, so that's why it looks like so much.
Shoe Chef husband, yes, yes. My husband is actually primarily the baker now. He's kind of taken over the baking. When we first started, I just put in 1 cup of brown sugar. Now, the original recipe for this calls for large cookies. We don't do large cookies, so this is going to make a whole lot of little cookies. But these are actually supposed to be much larger cookies with icing, and I don't like the icing on them either. I think it makes it too sweet. Welcome in, everybody. Double tap those screens for us. And yes, I know it seems weird. Fruity Pebble cookies at 7 in the morning, but guys, we're bakers.
And his breakfast cereal.
And his breakfast cereal. So we have an event this weekend. The 150th Fire Department celebration is this weekend. So we are going to be vendors at that event. Last weekend we were at an Alzheimer's. Do I say that right? Alzheimer's?
Yeah, that's fine.
Event last weekend at our local nursing home. That was a very hot but pretty successful day. We got a little worried because it was so hot and nobody was out, but towards the end of the day we did a little bit better. So yes, I did. Thank you. I did say it right. Yay! I never say it right. So now we're going to let these all mix together for probably about 5 minutes because we want it to get really nice and fluffy.
And there's a lot in there.
And there's a lot of stuff in here. So we want it to get all nice and well combined. So I'm going to talk to you guys. I might show you guys some cookies while this is mixing because, again, we're just going to let it sit here for about 5 minutes. And we're going to let it all mix together. I wish I was using my larger mixer because it comes with a paddle that doesn't have that middle thing in the middle. And I actually love it. I thought I would not like it, but I do. I love it so much. But I'm not using that one because it's a pain in the behind. Does anybody else here have a 7-quart mixer from KitchenAid? Fruity Pebble ice cream the other day. That's amazing. That sounds good. We haven't made these in a while. This is one of our, it should have been a summer one, but this is usually one of our fall. Again, I'm just letting this mix. If you guys would rather watch that here, I'll just turn around over here. Trade algo. I don't know what that, oh, I'm not sure what that is. So there, we'll just watch it mix up here for a minute. I'll try my best to read the comments here. We're usually up early making cinnamon rolls, but we gotta wait until Friday to make the cinnamon rolls. So today we're making all kinds of cookies. I don't usually do this on this side, but the other table is too small, so it won't hold everything I need over there. So So I'm gonna try to do it over here, but it is a very small area over here.
Yeah.
And again, I'm just scraping down the sides. I'm making a mess as usual. Thankfully, my husband also just goes behind me and just cleans up everything. I'm very blessed, bro. Like, I know I'm blessed. I shout from the rooftops how blessed I am. He does dishes too, guys. He does dishes. That is #1 in my book. Okay, now we can let it go.
Let her ride.
Now we're just gonna let her ride. So we're just gonna wash this butter and this sugar. I am making at a restaurant in Rosemont. Okay, sorry. I am making Fruity Pebble cookies today. And if we have time, which I don't know that we're gonna, because this is gonna be a lot of rolling and Fruity Pebbles. But if we have time, I'll also be making a Fruity Pebble, thank you for the follow, Rice Krispie treat. But toss me them marshmallows, please and thank you. But we don't use regular marshmallows. We use the fruity marshmallows to go with the Fruity Pebbles, and it makes them even better.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, he is definitely a keeper, guys. He is a keeper. He is a keeper. He does all of our breads, all of the cinnamon rolls, banana bread, cinnamon swirl bread. What else, babe? Blueberry lemon bread, muffins.
Stuff like that.
I do more of the cookies, and then I do all the decorating. I'm the decorator of the group. And let me tell you, that takes the most time. Sometimes I'm like, why did I even start decorating all this stuff? Because it is so time consuming. But I'm an artist at heart, and so it allows me a new creative outlet, and I love it.
You're good.
And I'm pretty talented. I don't like to toot my own horn. For a long time, it took me a long time to realize I actually am really talented, because I don't projector cookies very often. I actually do them by hand. Not that the projectors there's anything wrong with that, but my handwriting is my handwriting, and people are so blown away by my handwriting. I need to do more handwriting videos. Okay, welcome in, Crystal Sweetness. Thank you for stopping by this morning. I appreciate you. Thank you for the double taps, guys. We're at 3.3 thousand taps. Make sure you're double tapping that screen for us. Okay, I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna change out my gloves so I can show you guys these cookies. You wanna grab me a new set of gloves, darling, please? Maybe, where do we put the box? He's gonna grab me some gloves and I'm gonna show you. Hey, Shay Shay! If you guys don't follow Shay Shay, she's phenomenal. I love her so much. She goes live and cooks as well. She's just a great human being. Love me some Shay Shay. Your live last night, I love your laugh, Shay Shay. When you laugh, it is hilarious. I laugh with you. It's so contagious. Hello, Tony. Good morning. How are you? If you guys are interested in the TikTok shop, Tony right there. Mississippi meets Georgia is your girl. Under FoodTokTV, we also have, or not under FoodTokTV, but under FTTV, we have the shop, we have the creator group for anyone who goes live. So if you're interested in joining a creator group, we have that. We have the TikTok shop. We have FTTV. You're UK now. Kaz is doing his thing over there. So we are growing, and Tony's got you on the TikTok shop. We are also the longest running live food show on TikTok. And I heard a little birdie say last night that TikTok is recognizing us for that. I don't know what that means yet, but I think there might be some good news coming. We'll see. I don't know for sure. I heard Andrea talking about it yesterday in a live. But we have a group of creators that go live multiple times a day. Andrea will be on after me. I think she said she's making a fruit pizza. She'll be on in an hour after I get off. We're going to let this go just a little bit longer, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. We're just going to let that go. And I did just change my gloves for that. We'll show you those cookies here in a minute. They have almond in them, and some people are allergic to almonds, so I got to make sure I switch out my gloves in between, just in case we're cross-creating him. Oh, he'll put a glove on and he'll show them for me. They're over here. I don't know if you can fit your hands in them. They're kind of tight on my hand. You have bigger hands than me. We'll see if they fit them. We'll see. Good morning, Momo. Good morning. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for spending your Wednesday mornings with us. We're making some Fruity Pebble cookies. Right now, I'm just mixing up my butter and my sugars. I like my butter and my sugar extra fluffy. It's the baker's way. Thank you for the follow, Shannon. We appreciate you. Yeah, just bring one over here. I'm going to give it another scrape, and he's going to show you guys these cookies that I made yesterday. These are almond flavored cookies. Can you see it? Come back this way. There you go, right there. That is my coffee. That is not an eggplant in the middle. It's actually a pumpkin.
There are, I'll show you the pumpkins that match.
The pumpkins that match. When I was first doing them and I just showed the sugar cookie, I was like, man, those look like eggplants.
They're delivering a different message.
They're eggplant coffees, I guess. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's what I thought it looked like. Until you put the set together, and he's going to bring the cookie over to show you.
Okay, so here's the pumpkin.
Look at the pumpkins!
That goes with it. So it matches the pumpkin in the middle. And we were feeling a little fall-y.
Yeah, I'm sick of summer. I'm over summer.
So we got some pumpkins and coffee.
I'm over summer. As a baker, summer is our worst nightmare for outdoor events because everything melts. You can't make chocolate chip cookies because it melts. You can't make Buckeyes outside of the cooler because it melts. If you get directly put in the sun, you're absolutely just done for. And so it is very hard being an outdoor event traveling baker. It's fun though, and it's absolutely worth it for all the people we get to meet. Okay, so let me bring you guys down here. That's about the thickness we want to see right there. It's nice and fluffy. The sugars are all well combined. Thank you guys, thank you. Those are my passion, but how long did it take me to decorate 9 cookies yesterday, babe?
4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours.
Somewhere in there.
Which is why I don't do custom orders. I only do them for events so that way I can do whatever I want. Because if I get an order that I'm not necessarily passionate about or feel like doing, they will take me hours, 12 hours to do 12 cookies. It's ridiculous. Okay, so we got this all mixed up. And for those just joining, we're making Fruity Pebble cookies. And I'm sorry if I'm missing some comments, guys. Taylor was going to be with me today. I don't know if she overslept or what, but I try to keep watch, but it's very hard because I'm so tall and it's down so low. Okay, so to this now we're going to add 2 large eggs.
If you want to crack on.
That's for my Fruity Pebbles, right?
That's for your Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, he even got me an extra egg cracking bowl. Look at that. He's so thoughtful. I got super blessed.
We do this all the time. So I try to be prepared before I even get started because I don't like running around.
We got 1 egg.
But, so that's all good.
I'm not one of those fancy bakers that can crack an egg with 1 hand though. I can't do that. Hey, will you pick that up?
I threw it down there.
Thank you. He went to go toss his glove and didn't quite make it. Oh wait, I forgot to add the other egg. Whoop, there we go. So far in this, we have 1.5 cups of butter. Thank you, Home Cooking by Tim. Thank you. I'm trying to keep up, guys, I promise. We got 1.5 cups of butter, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of packed brown sugar. And to that, we're adding 2 large eggs. We're going to let that mix up, and then we're going to add a whole tablespoon of vanilla.
Big batch. Remember that.
This is a big batch. And again, if you're just joining, this is actually supposed to be for larger cookies. I just do smaller cookies. What I've learned through being a small business baker is that if you take the same amount of cookies as one of those big cookies and you cut it into 3 cookies and you offer 3 cookies for the same price, people are more likely to share that cookie with their friends, which in return creates more revenue. It creates more orders, more people coming back for more. And so if you just get 1 large cookie, nobody wants a piece off of a cookie you already ate.
Well,
unless you're family, you know.
But for the most part.
But for the most part, I'm not going to take a bite off of a cookie and be like, here, you want a bite of my cookie? No, bro, you just ate off that. So if you give them 3 for the same price, then they eat a cookie and they gift a cookie and then they split the third. Or however they do it. I don't know. It's all up to them. But it does create more orders. And people do love that I do it that way. Alright, so now we're going to work on the dry ingredients. Y'all, we buy 25 pounds of flour at a time. I just
50.
did 50. I'm sorry, 50. I just did a video yesterday of a Sam's haul. Our regular page is Red Wagon Bakery. Go check it out because being a small business right now in this economy, woo, buddy. Good morning, Kaz. I was just talking about you, sir. I was just talking about how well you're doing with the FTTV creator group and the TikTok shop and FoodTokTV. And FTTV Europe. Kaz is the man. He's the man behind it all right there, Mr. Kaz. He is the one who started all of this, who has found myself along with many, many of the other creators on here. We're going in with 3 3/4 cup of flour. So that's 1. Someone help me keep track because I will lose track while I'm talking. Thanks, babe. Okay, so here's another 10-second cooking school. When I do large things, let me show you. If I'm doing large amounts of flour, I use my knife and I just put a number 1. Because my ADHD brain will be like, okay, shoot. It calls for 7 cups. I have no idea how many's in here, so now I gotta redo it all. So I just put my little number in there. So this is 2. So you just come on over here, put the number 2 in there, just like that. And then you don't forget anymore. When you got a brain like mine, you have to find little shortcuts. Because actually, I think my husband you came up with that, didn't you? I think it was him that came up with that. He's the brains.
What I do, well, I've had some that have a great amount, like 12 plus cups of flour in them, and I'm like
3.
Yeah, it takes a little bit. I usually fill a cup and then write the number on the cup when I'm ready.
Oh, a spoon. I guess I'll just scoop this one.
Just scoop it back.
You don't want to overfill your cups because if you overfill your cups, it will come out cakier. Not really cakier, but just not as good. So I usually like to use the spoon and scoop, but if you're a usual on my Wednesday morning show, then you know that our silverware likes to disappear. Did I already do one of those?
Yep. You did the quarter already. 2.
Okay, so this is 3/4. I could just use a half a cup, but it's just, I'm lazy. So we're just going to do it this way. And I don't like dishes, even though I don't do them. Even though I don't do the dishes, I don't like making dishes. I'm done with this one, darling. Thank you. Oh, can you guys see what I'm doing okay? Sorry. Thanks, Kaz. It's colorful week. It's colorful week, guys. So we were all doing colorful things this week. Kaz's shirt. Kaz, your shirt the other day won. It won. That shirt won the internet. It won the internet for the day. If you guys got to see that, it was hilarious. I was like, what is he wearing? He's always so like proper, and he comes on and he's got this shirt that, oh, you got to tell him, Kaz. It was hilarious. I was like, look at Kaz being all colorful. And I didn't know that, Kaz, I didn't know you were colorblind. I didn't know that. And so now we're going in with 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Right here. Let me get that off the top. I don't like the excess taste of salty baking soda. You can always tell when there's too much baking soda in something because it's just got that salty baking soda taste. And yes, we buy the big bags.
And that's baking soda, and this is powder.
Which
Don't mix those up.
Which I often get confused when I'm speaking, not necessarily what I'm doing. Do you have another teaspoon?
Yeah. Yep.
So where am I at here? 2 teaspoons baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I also, what do I call buttercream? I always get buttercream and something else mixed up. Buttermilk mixed up.
Is that right? Yeah.
1 teaspoon of baking soda, or powder, that's baking powder. And can you get me a whisk too? And if you were to add salt to this, now we use salted butter in all of our desserts. Thank you guys so much. Hello, Kunchi. I didn't even see you on here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. Thanks for the follow there, Arlene. Thank you, Arlene. My brain, guys, my brain. Thank you for the gifts. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. Andrea's going to be up on after me. She goes on an hour after I get off, and she's going to be making some fruit pizza today, I think, for her colorful theme. I'm just going to bring this back over here real quick. I love this cutting board. Seriously, I do everything on this cutting board. We have a couple of them, and I just love it. So now we're just going to add this in here. And I love using these bowls that blend, or that bend, because it just makes it so much easier. We're not fancy. We use Dollar Tree everything around here. We're not fancy. You do what you can with what you have. That is one of my very favorite sayings. Hey, Emily. Love you. Love me some Emily. She's a local gal that I met. Gal. I just said gal. I just said she's a local gal. How old am I?
Oh,
I think my grandmother just came through and spoke through me.
Oh my God.
Y'all, I don't ever say gal. I don't know why it's filtering you. I love you too, Emily. That's hilarious. Sorry, guys. I'm a mess. It's okay, though. But she is a local person that I met in a coffee shop because we were both just sitting there looking at earrings because we both like weird clay food earrings. And we sparked up a conversation and she became an amazing friend. So talk to the strangers at your local grocery store and gas station and coffee shops because they're pretty cool people. You just got to be willing to speak to them and get to know them. And I promise it's worth it. And then I found out where my Whitney Houston connection came. So if you guys know the story of Whitney Houston, which I share often.
By the way, Emily, twice yesterday.
Twice. And now every time I see Whitney Houston, I'm like, oh, I got to check on Emily. I need to see how Emily's doing. But I didn't yesterday and I apologize because I was so busy. I was so busy. We're always so busy. You got to remember to take the time for the important things. I just posted, oh, I hate when that happens. I am cooking. You heard it twice yesterday too. There's a reason. Oh, Cass says 1950 called and wants their gal back. That's funny. That's funny. I know. I'm making Fruity Pebble cookies, guys. This week on FoodTokTV is colorful week, so we thought, what's more colorful than Fruity Pebble cookies? Not much. I was going to do M&M cookies, and then my husband's like, wait, we haven't done Fruity Pebble in a while. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. See, this is the one that I can actually participate in because they're talking about doing stuff with lamb and what is it called, babe?
Venison.
Venison and all these fancy meats. And I'm over here like, hello, I bake. I'm a baker. I can't really bake with lamb and pork chops. But it's cool.
We could make mincemeat pie.
Ew. No, we're not. I don't like any kind of meat in a pie. I'm sorry. A pie is a pie for me. I know there's lots of great meat pies out there. I'm sure there is, but the only thing that belongs in my pie dish is pie. Fruit pie. Apple pie, cherry pie, strawberry pie, chocolate pie, lemon pie. Yes, please do. Please do. My husband made some, hold on, this is going to splash again. Woo, stay in the bowl. But my husband made some oatmeal chocolate cookies the other day. And it's funny because I was at work and I told him, I was like, just play around, do whatever you want today, you know, find a recipe, do whatever you want.
So I played around.
And he goes, don't go in the kitchen before I show you something. And I was like, oh Lord, this could be anything. And he shows me the video that he made, and something along the lines did not go right. I don't know what it was.
I could not tell you.
Something along the lines did not go right. They were very floppy.
My science was on, and it still failed.
It still failed. And he doesn't usually have flops, but the fact that he was so concerned about me going in the kitchen was so funny. It was so funny. He's like, don't go in there. And then I tasted one, but they tasted delicious. You can make cookies that way, like counting sheep, yeah. Like that look like. No one wants to see that, Kaz. We were using quick oats or regular oats, babe?
Those are old-fashioned in those. That's...
Okay.
Usually what I do in cookies, but I don't know. Something happened and it didn't work out very well. And you know when you're in a situation like we are where you're trying to conserve as much as you can anyway, and usually on test thing days, they usually go okay. And then this test day did not go so well.
But guess who was very happy? It was quality control, which is me. Quality control was very happy.
It was a bittersweet day for quality control here.
Because we don't really eat much of what we make. You know, everything's for sale, so you can't indulge in anything. So these were actually really good. So I was like, yes for a fail, baby. Yes for a fail. I know it is odd, Emily. It is odd. Okay, now to this dough, we are going to add in 4 cups of Fruity Pebble cereal. 2. We got 4 total, but we're going to divide it into 2 because we're also going to roll them in Fruity Pebbles as well. Welcome in, guys. If you can double tap that screen for us. Share the live to 10 of your friends. Let us know where you're tuning in from. FoodTokTV here is a creator group that goes live a couple times a day, every day, 7 days a week. We are the longest running food cooking channel. So I'm putting in 1 cup, and here's the other 2 cup on TikTok. Sorry, I didn't finish that sentence. I love Fruity Pebbles, love them, and I love that you can use them in everything.
They're so good. We did make cinnamon roll, or we made rolls with Fruity Pebbles.
We just got to figure out something else.
Yeah, they didn't turn out as flavorful as I had hoped, so I don't know. Maybe throw in marshmallows or something sometime. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we need to put in some marshmallow fluff in the middle, but that stuff is so sticky.
It is sticky. It's hard to work with.
It is.
And I couldn't imagine trying to put it on unless I melted it. But anyway, these are looking good.
They are. They are. I just wish that they didn't stick to the paddle so much.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Cuckoo Kachu told me that he's going to make me an apron that says, it's fine. Thank you for the follow, Elwin. Thank you guys for following, liking, sharing, gifting. We appreciate you guys and allows us to do what we all love to do. Good morning. Bless you. My daughter just woke up apparently. She came out of her bedroom and sneezed. Good morning to you too, dear. Now these are not supposed to have to chill, but they're still a little bit. But by the time I get everything else on them, it'll be fine.
Well.
And now to this, the last thing is, I believe, 1.5 cups.
Just one.
Just one. I'm changing it to 1.5 cups. And are those up here?
Nope. They're right here.
He already got those down for me. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Well.
Because that thing is heavy up there. It's where we keep all of our almond bark and all of that stuff. Thank you guys for the gifts. We appreciate you. Thank you guys.
Oh, I didn't get it down. I had to get up there because I can't.
I know, you can't lift it down.
It's too heavy. It's full of almond bark.
He can't even reach up there, guys. Like, literally, he can't.
I climb up there like a...
So, here's the secret. We're not going to frost these. A lot of times you see the people making the Fruity Pebble cookies and they have all of the icing on top. You don't need all that icing. You really don't. You don't need it. So we're going to go in with about 1.5 cups because the white chocolate gives it just enough sweetness, and we did try it with an icing and we just decided, no, I don't need it.
No.
We don't need it. You know, that's the problem is everyone is out there trying to make the next best cookie and they put so much stuff in it. Like, you don't need all that stuff in there. And then by the time you have all of it in there, half the time it doesn't look cooked to me. And I've got to have a baked through cookie. I can't eat a raw cookie. So we just stick to the basics. We're basic.
Yep.
And that's okay because there's nothing wrong with a nice... Oh, go grab them, actually. We got a box up there left. The chocolate chip.
Oh, right.
Our chocolate chip cookies are so beautiful. They truly are just so beautiful. And if you're just tuning in, these are Fruity Pebble cookies that I'm trying to mix up by hand because I'm tired of cleaning off my paddle attachment. You guys, you will grow muscles becoming a baker.
You want me to stir that?
Ugh.
I can do this.
Nope, I got it. I'm good. Oh, okay. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to wear these gloves for this because it's still kind of sticky and it will stick to my gloves. Okay. So I'm going to take these gloves off. I'm going to show you guys these cookies real quick and then we're going to start rolling these. Because you gotta see the chocolate chip cookies.
What?
Well, maybe.
I can't get the box.
My husband can't figure out how to open the box.
Well,
There we go.
I didn't want to destroy it.
Look at those chocolate chip cookies. Oh, they smell so good.
Yeah.
Look at those beauties. They're perfect. Each one is the same size. We don't weigh these. We don't measure them. We just cookie scoop it out. Whatever happens, happens.
Well,
that's what we do. There we go.
They are measured to a degree.
They are to a degree. Okay.
Those are my favorite cookies to make.
I need your help. Please and thank you. I can't. Oh, I got it.
Look at that.
I got it.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Where do you sell your cookies? We sell our cookies at events. We also take not custom orders for sugar cookies, but custom orders that people come and pick up. We offer delivery, etc. We don't have a storefront, so you don't get to come in and shop, but to be honest, we don't want a storefront anyway. We want to be able to have a commercial kitchen, to be able, they're not infused, but that's the goal. That's our one-day goal.
What you need?
I'm trying to clean this off.
Okay.
So that I can roll these cookies.
Over here. Oh, that might just be better.
And I got too much stuff, so I'm going to move my stuff here real quick. Okay. There we go. Get all that stuff moved off. No, I'll do it in the bowl.
Okay.
I'll show them how we do all that in just a second here. Pull this out, wipe that down. Okay, I'm gonna have hubby come entertain you for 1 second. His name is Paul. We're in Illinois. We can ship within the state of Illinois.
What are we doing?
Come entertain so I can wash my hands real quick.
Oh, okay.
Just say hi.
Man. Hey, y'all. So, yeah, today we are doing an order for somebody here in town, a nursing home, and I have 12 dozen cookies to make between, which isn't really that much, really, but it becomes...
Not 12 dozen.
Huh?
12 different kinds.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, I guess it is 12 dozen.
It's 12 dozen because there's 12 different kinds of cookies that we're making over today and tomorrow. And a few of them are going to be new ones, and I'm excited about that. Trying new stuff. And unless they turn out like my oatmeal chocolate chip and the boss is back. Thank you.
There's my husband, guys. Thank you, Emily. We're trying, man. We're trying. Emily knows some of the struggle. It's pretty much impossible to get a small business grant if you are not in business before COVID. Well, I can't say that. Before the pandemic, we'll say. If you were not in business before then, the only loans... Babe, where's the crusher?
Drawer under the drainer.
Here it is. I call this the crusher. This is my crusher. It's just a little wooden crusher that you just crush things with. I'm not going to food process this because it's going to get really small if I do that, and I don't want to do that. What was I just talking about? There was a story going there. Oh, small business. You cannot get a loan for a small business unless you can prove 6 months of consecutive profit of over $6,000 into your account. We cannot because we cook out of this stove. How am I supposed to show $6,000 when I can only cook 12 cookies at a time and 12 cinnamon rolls at a time? And if you don't have good personal credit, who does these days? Then, yeah, you're pretty much just on your own and hoping for an angel investor. But I promise we'll make you a lot of money. We make a lot of good cheesecake. All right, so we just kind of smashed those up a little bit there. If you guys are not already following FoodTokTV, please make sure that you are giving us a follow. We are a group of creators that go live multiple times every day. Will you bring me a cookie sheet?
Yeah, I think your gloves are really good.
I can't roll these with gloves. It'll stick.
Oh, right.
Actually, I need a little bit more flour to put on my hands. But we're going to roll these, and then we're going to roll them in the Fruity Pebbles. So let me make sure I got you guys a good view here. Good morning. It's only Cass. Good morning. How much do you need? Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
There you go.
Well, see, we have a commercial, we live on a commercial lot. My grandparents had it commercialized when they lived here because they also had a storefront. We are a family of entrepreneurs. My dad, my grandparents, everybody. Hold on, I'm taking the whole stove with me. And so they already had it commercialized when they lived here. So we had a contractor come out because we do have room in the garage to build our own. And it's pricey. It is pricey. They quoted it $50,000, but we did have the biggest commercial contractors in town come out so that we would know the absolute highest so that we could shoot for lower. I am making Fruity Pebble cookies, guys. These are Fruity Pebbles. They have Fruity Pebbles inside. They're a regular cookie dough. It's got white chocolate chips in it. And now we're just going to roll them. I think I need to get these a little smaller because they're not wanting to stick as well. Okay, so here's the cookie. And then we're just going to put 12 of them across here, but I am going to smash these more. The smaller they are, the easier they stick. I just don't like to pulverize them in the food processor because I don't like them to be powderized. Yeah, 50K, yep. But that's because everything inside of it has to be commercialized. It can't just be a regular refrigeration, it has to be a commercial refrigeration, which costs quadruple the amount of a regular refrigeration. Same with the oven and the sinks and everything else.
And it would probably be more than that if we weren't fortunate enough to have like gas line that runs out there and plumbing runs right under that. And everything that we need that way is out there. It's just... Yeah,
that's with everything being where it's supposed to be. Yeah. He said that's not bad. Well, for some people not. It's someday. We had a food truck for a while and then the refrigeration went out. And $10,000 to replace it or $5,000 to fix it. And we had about $5. So that didn't work out very well. But we have faith. Faith and manifestation that everything will happen the exact way it's supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen. So we just keep going. I just made a video about that on my page this morning. It's about perspective. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for being here. Margie, thanks for the follow. Thank you guys for everything, for the taps, the shares. But that's what I woke up to today was perspective. Because I saw on another platform where a girl who was a few years younger than me, she currently has sarcoma and she is in the hospital on hospice. She'll never come out of the hospital. And when you see stuff like that, it makes you think like, man, whew, I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm okay. We all have struggles, but man, at least I'm okay. So I needed that little bit and I said a prayer for the family and that's all I can do. But we pray, man, we're praying people over this way. We also meditate, all that good stuff. Whatever's gonna make me feel better every day, I'm down for. If that means I gotta stand in the grass, I'll go stand in the grass.
I was just thinking that.
Yes, and it really does help, guys. Nature's beautiful. Nature is amazing. Go fishing. I promise you won't come home sad, even if you don't catch any fish. How many times have we been fishing this year? Man. Probably like 6, 4. No, probably not 6. We've been about 4.
And skunked every time.
Not one every catch, but we still go. Thanks for the follow, Debbie. Thank you guys for hanging out with us this morning. These are Fruity Pebble cookies. They have 1.5 cups of butter, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar mixed together for about 5 minutes until it's all nice and light and fluffy. 2 eggs, a tablespoon of vanilla. Mix that all together. Then you're going to have 3 3/4 cup of flour. And this will all be on FoodTokTV.com here in just a little bit. You'll mix everything together. For the dry ingredients is 3 3/4 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons. Do not put 2 tablespoons of baking soda in there. 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 cups of Fruity Pebbles, and 1.5 cups of white chocolate chips. I can't believe I just remembered all that.
You just did that.
I just remembered every bit of that. I'm super proud of myself.
That's almost like as good as reciting the Gettysburg Address.
I did that. And again, this recipe calls for larger cookies. And you can absolutely make them larger, but again, we're event bakers, which means that when we go, we have multiple flavors of cookies. So with our 3 for $5 pricing, you can mix and match. So we try to make all of our cookies about the same size. And then they can choose whether they want lemon, chocolate chip, white macadamia nut, Texas sheet cake, fruity pebble. What else are we gonna have? Snickerdoodles.
Boy, I don't know. We got about 6 more to come up with, I guess.
Yeah, we got 6 more to come up with, but it's all good. It's all good. I recently took on a part-time job as well. So if we have any line cooks on here that are watching, y'all are the real MVPs because that stuff is not easy. You know, you think, oh, line cook, how hard can that be? Man. It is not easy. So I have a new appreciation for all the line cooks of the world. We got a grill and some fryers. You know, they do the appetizers, they do the hamburgers, they do all this stuff. But you gotta multitask. And for me to multitask like that over something that I'm not super passionate about. Thank you for the follows, Sandy. Thank you guys for the follows. Hey, Jesse. Jesse goes live. That's Mr. Crown Royal. He goes live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. You might want to correct me. I'm not sure your time because I know we're on different time zones. Now we're going to pop this into the oven for 11 minutes at 350. Oh. I just told my husband, I was like, why do our bodies have to feel so old the older we get? Like, why do they just have to hurt all the time?
Yep.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
And I don't understand because I used to work at a place where I would walk, truly and honestly, I would walk anywhere from 10 to 23 miles a day. And I had the receipts on my phone to show that. And now, I've only not been working there for what, 4 months?
You said 23 miles a day?
Yeah.
Man.
How many times did I come home? You did too. You had 21 on that one day. Yes, really, literally, that many miles a day. How do you forget that?
Probably blocked it out.
But it was at a plant where you have to walk from one end of the plant to the other, and my job was outside, walking all over the place. Hey, Jesse. And so I was like, oh, this should be a cakewalk, no problem. I don't walk that far anymore. And yeah, I walk from here to the couch, to the bathroom, and back here. That's my exercise for the day. So, we're making Fruity Pebble cookies. Yoda, Fruity Pebble cookies. They got Fruity Pebbles and white chocolate chips in them. And the recipe can be found here in just a little bit on FoodTokTV.com. So make sure you head over there for the full recipe. I could recite it again for you if you want to, but I just did that, so no one probably wants to hear it again.
Oh, it was amazing, though.
But I did that. So we're just rolling these little balls and dipping them right here, rolling them into the Fruity Pebbles so they get nice and coated and they're all pretty and colorful. I guess I should probably show you guys the pan after I'm done, huh? And that's what we're doing right now. So we're just rolling them, dipping them. Welcome in, Tiffany. Welcome in, guys. So then we just roll them around in the smashed up Fruity Pebbles and throw them over here on the cookie sheet. Now, I am using parchment paper on here. I found this amazing parchment paper on the TikTok shop. Yes, I said at the TikTok shop. I don't usually do all that, but look. They want to send me parchment paper and it's something I'm going to use every day. Absolutely, I'll take it. And I love it because one side is waxy and the other side isn't, but it's all parchment paper.
Yeah, it doesn't, it's great. I think it's up to what, 400, 450 degrees. I think. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Look, I'll take anything that's going to make my life easier that I use on an everyday basis. Welcome in, guys. Make sure you're double tapping that screen for us. Sharing the live to 10 of your friends. Andrea will be coming on next here in the next hour after me. And it is colorful week, so I know that she's going to be making a fruit pie, and I'm not sure what else she said she was making.
Fruit pizza?
Or fruit pizza. Yeah, not pie, a fruit pizza. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for being here. You got us up to 8.6 thousand likes. Make sure you're double tapping that screen. Thank you guys for all the gifts, etc. We are a live creator group with multiple creators that go live every day, sometimes twice a day. I think we're up to twice a day every day now.
I think that's what I've heard.
I think that's what I've heard. My story here with FoodTok is a little bit different than others because they approached me a year ago and asked me to join, and at the time I was working a 12-hour-a-day job. There wasn't enough hours in my day. And so I had to decline, but one of the first things that I did as soon as I left that job, hey Cass, do you still want me? Because I would love to join. And he's like, duh. So I got to join anyway, which is super exciting. Thank you for the follow, Boo Boo. Thank you. I love your name, Boo Boo.
Hey, Boo Boo.
Hey, Boo Boo. Funny story, when I was in 5th grade, see how it just all lines up perfectly? When I was in 5th grade, I won a Smokey the Bear contest, an art contest, and I have a ½ acre of trees planted in my name in the Shawnee National Forest somewhere. So on my bucket list of things to do before I die is to go find that ½ acre of trees that are planted in my name. And my sweet husband over here found the name and the contact of who I need to call that would have that information and how I would be able to get directed to there. So I haven't called it yet, but I will someday. And then we'll be able to go and see our trees. How cool is that though? I literally have trees planted in my name, which is so fun.
That out of the way.
Yeah, we're done with those. Thanks.
You want me to take those cookies out of the way?
We got 6 minutes left on these ones. No, we'll just leave them there. We got 6 minutes left on the ones cooking, and then we'll pull them out and show you guys what they look like. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool story time there. I've also been published in one of those books that they put out when you're in junior high. No, I think it was high school. But anyway, they get everyone to write a poem, and then it's pretty much just a ploy for money, because then they want all of the parents to buy it. And, you know, your kid's being featured in a book. You have to buy the book. Well, my parents didn't buy the book, so I don't know what I wrote, but I bet it was great. It was published. But yeah, thought I'd share that too. I've been published. I think a lot of kids are published in those books, which is really cool if you think about it, but at the same time, it's like, man, how are you going to tell your kid, I can't buy you that book because you don't have the funds? And you're like, but I'm published. Hello, Sherry. Welcome in, guys. We're making Fruity Pebble cookies. I just realized you guys can't even see me doing that. We're making Fruity Pebble cookies, so we're just taking our cookie dough that's got Fruity Pebbles and white chocolate chips. We're rolling them in it. Throwing them on the pans over here. Baking them for 11 minutes at 350. How's everyone doing today? Is there anybody here from any new areas that we didn't discuss yesterday? Any other small businesses on here? Published in my son had a drawing published in a book through the school. How cool! I love that. I love little artist kids and I love all kids really. Kids are just, they're the most, okay, so we'll talk about kids for a minute. When it comes to reviews on cookies, kids between the ages of 7 and 12 are the most honest of customers. They are so funny because they don't care if they're going to hurt your feelings. If they don't like your cookie, they're going to be like, this is not the cookie for me. And I had one of those one day. The little boy was like, I don't think I like that. And I was like, okay, well, would you like to try one of these? And he's like, yeah, let me try that one. And I was like, okay. So I gave him another one, and he's like, yeah, this one's much better. And then he goes, but can I get one of those first ones again too? And I was like, no. No, you may not. You didn't like that one, remember? And he's like, well, I wasn't being really rude. I was just saying no. And he goes, okay, it wasn't that bad. But it's so funny because they're not afraid to hurt your feelings. And that's my favorite thing about the kids. Right there. Is that they're still honest. You need those constructive friends, man. You need those constructive friends that will not be afraid to hurt your feelings. I have one of those. And in the beginning, she was afraid to be that. And I was like, look, I can handle constructive criticism. Now, if you're going to tell me it tastes like crap, then probably don't. But, like, if you're going to tell me, I think it needs a little bit more of this or whatever. I'm in a small town in Michigan trying to make a home business, getting recognized. It is hard. I wish you all the luck and success. I'm also in a small town, a very small, closed-minded town at that does not like change. It's a small farming town, so they like things to stay the way that they're supposed to stay. And they do not like change. And it is very hard. And when you are a person with a colorful past, because my goodness, myself and my husband, we have a story behind us. We're recovering addicts. Both of us have been through quite some colorful things. Some life, he says. And trying to make a comeback after that, whoo, boy. Thank you for the follow, Jersey Shore. Thank you. Trying to make a comeback in a small town where you're, like, I'm from here. I was born and raised in this tiny little town of 7,000 people. And so they know not just me, but I live in my grandparents' house. My mother and father lived in this house. My great-grandparents lived in this house. So we've been around for a while. And so they know your family. And so they automatically assume that because you're of that family and because of your past, you just can't be trusted. But I'm here to prove to the world that your past does not define you and your family does not define you. You are exactly who you are meant to be, and you have the choice every day to get up and make a difference in your life. You just got to be willing to make that choice. So here we are, making a choice to roll Fruity Pebbles with you guys on live this morning, because that's what we do, because this is what saved us. Both of us, really.
Yep.
Both of us. Now, as you see, this is technically only supposed to probably make maybe 18 cookies.
Yeah,
of the large ones.
15 or 18.
Yeah, 15 to 18 cookies. But like I said, the original recipe calls for large. So if you make these cookies, make sure that you're making them much larger, or you cut the recipe in half. Because otherwise, you're going to end up with a bunch of cookies. A bunch of cookies. I'm glad you guys agree. I don't know, man. When you realize that life is really, truly nothing more than a choice, and that you have the choice, whew, it's a powerful thing. I started the day not very good today, so I had to make the choice to pull myself back out of it and make the choice to continue to move forward and be the best person I can. Because in case you didn't know, you're not in competition with anybody in this world except for the person you were yesterday. That's it. Okay, entertain for a second, baby, while I wash my hands, please.
The countdown is on for the cookies. Here in a few seconds, we'll pull it out and see. Sometimes, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So here they are.
Are they all good and done?
I think so.
Yeah, they're nice and golden on the sides. I'll go ahead and poke one just to make sure, but we've made these enough to know that they're done.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and poke one.
Smells like cereal time in here. That was
good.
Off the top.
Yeah, that was off the top. Yep, we're good.
Yeah. So
look at how beautiful those are.
Chill out, literally, for a little bit.
Now at this point, you can absolutely top them. If you want to put a frosting on them, you can do that. I do not put a frosting on them because I don't think they need to be that sweet. I'll go ahead and move this up here because our time's about up and I don't want to keep anyone coming back for Andrea. But thank you, Lisa.
We have also
thank you, Kaz. Thank you, Rhonda.
We've also put white chips after they're baked.
Oh yeah. Are you going to show them that?
No, I didn't do that.
Here, we'll show you guys that part too.
Oh, we're doing that?
Yeah, go ahead and bring those back in here. And I'll put the chocolate chips on them real quick so we can show you how we make them look fancy. We make them look fancy.
Well, they're not chocolate.
So then, after you're done, you just take your leftover chocolate chips and you just plop them right on top. Or white chocolate chips, I guess. So they look like they came from a bakery. Well, they did really, but a real bakery. Would you call us? I would call us a real bakery, wouldn't you? We just don't have the commercialized stuff yet.
Well, we're an LLC.
We are an actual business. We are an LLC. I gotta pay taxes, so we are legit. Okay.
What about that?
And there you have Fruity Pebble cookies. And you can make sure to check FoodTokTV.com here in a little bit. I'll make sure I get the picture sent over to Taylor. And there's the cookies. They're too hot to taste right now, but I promise they taste like Fruity Pebble cookies. They're delicious. All right, guys. I got 1 minute left here, so we'll go ahead and put some more chocolate chips on here for the last minute. Kaz, if you're still on here, do you know what else Andrea is making along with her fruit pizza? Because I don't know if I saw or heard what else. Hello, Tom Reardon. Hello. All right, I think my hour is now up. I'm getting my little sign popping up. So I hope everyone enjoyed the show. Make sure you come back next Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Time. I have no idea what we're making, but we do have cookthatforme.com, right? Is that the right words? Cookthatforme.com, I think. And then you can request something. So make sure you go request something if you want to see something specifically made, and then we'd be glad to make it for you. So thanks for hanging out with me on this Wednesday morning and making cookies at 7 a.m. I appreciate all the taps, the shares, the love. And make sure you're going and following this page and our page at Red Wagon Bakery. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.